Imagine standing before a crowd, heart pounding, palms sweating, but instead of fear, you feel a surge of confident connection. What if you could command attention, not through flashy tricks, but through genuine presence and words that resonate deeply with every single person in the room? For decades, the timeless wisdom of Dale Carnegie has shown countless individuals how to unlock this very power, how to turn nervous energy into captivating influence. In this video, we're diving deep into the core principles that transform ordinary speakers into extraordinary ones, guiding you step by step through techniques that will not only boost your confidence, but fundamentally change how you connect with any audience. Stay with us until the very end, because the insights we're about to share aren't just theoretical, they're practical, proven strategies that can empower you to master the art of persuasion and truly move people. If you find this journey valuable, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more advice designed to elevate your impact. The bedrock of truly impactful communication, a principle Dale Carnegie championed above. All is unwavering authenticity. It's about showing up as your genuine self, not a fabricated persona or a polished, unfeeling automaton. Do not attempt to imitate someone else's style or adopt a voice that isn't truly yours. This is a disservice to both yourself and your listeners. Authenticity is the very foundation upon which all trust is built. When you speak from your core, when you allow your true convictions, experiences, and even your vulnerabilities to shine, through the audience perceives your honesty. This profound transparency enables you to establish a deep, meaningful connection that transcends mere words. Remember, people aren't just listening to the sound of your voice or the facts you present. They are sensing your essence, your character. A person who is genuinely authentic inspires natural trust and commands the respect essential for any form of effective communication, whether in a boardroom or on a large stage. Embracing authenticity means having the courage to share your unique perspective, born from your own journey and insights. It means speaking with conviction about what you truly believe in, rather than regurgitating popular opinions or trying to please everyone. This doesn't imply a lack of professionalism. Rather, it suggests a deeper form of professionalism rooted in integrity. When you are authentic, your passion for your topic becomes palpable, making your message resonate more powerfully. Your imperfections, far from being weaknesses, can actually become points of connection. Sharing a personal anecdote that reveals a moment of doubt or a struggle overcome can humanize you, making you relatable and endearing to your audience. This willingness to be vulnerable, to show the real you, invites the audience to lower their guard and connect on a much deeper, more emotional level. It creates a shared human experience, fostering empathy and making your message stick. Furthermore, authenticity demands that your words align with your actions and your values. If you preach a certain principle but live by another, your audience will intuitively sense the disconnect, leading to a loss of credibility. Carnegie understood that trust is the currency of influence. You cannot truly persuade or inspire if your audience doubts your sincerity. Therefore, every gesture, every intonation, and every word should emanate from a place of genuine belief and purpose. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being true, it's about being consistent in who you are, both on and off the stage. When your audience perceives this consistency, they will naturally be more receptive to your ideas, more willing to trust your guidance, and more likely to follow your lead. Authenticity isn't a technique you apply, it's a state of being that you cultivate, and it is the most powerful tool you possess in the realm of public speaking, for it transforms fleeting attention into unwavering belief and deep connection. 2. Truly influence and persuade. It is absolutely vital, as Carnegie so eloquently reminded us, to deeply understand the individuals to whom you are speaking. This isn't just about knowing their demographics. It's about stepping into their shoes, seeing the world through their eyes and feeling their concerns. Begin with meticulous research. Who are these people? What are their professional backgrounds, their personal interests, their aspirations, and crucially, their pain points? What knowledge do they already possess about your topic, and what are their expectations for your presentation? Tailor your message meticulously to resonate directly with them. presenting your material in a way that unequivocally demonstrates you genuinely care about their needs, their challenges, and their perspectives. When the audience feels that you have invested time in understanding them, that you have truly considered their unique situation, and that your message is directly relevant to their lives, they become exponentially more receptive and willing to listen and cooperate. Beyond pre-speech, research true awareness extends to reading the room in real time. As you speak, pay acute attention to the nonverbal cues emanating from your audience. Are their eyes bright with interest, or do they glaze over with confusion? Are they nodding in agreement or fidgeting uncomfortably? Are their arms crossed in defensiveness, or are they leaning forward in engagement? These subtle signals provide invaluable feedback, allowing you to adapt your delivery on the fly. If you notice signs of disengagement, you might need to shift your pace, introduce a story, ask a question, or clarify a complex point. If you sense confusion, rephrase your explanation or use a different analogy. This dynamic responsiveness demonstrates genuine empathy and a commitment to ensuring your message lands effectively. It shows your audience that you are not just delivering a speech, but engaging in a two-way communication, constantly adjusting to meet their needs. Furthermore, profound awareness involves anticipating potential objections or questions your audience might have. By considering their perspective, you can proactively address these points within your presentation, diffusing potential skepticism before it even arises. This foresight not only makes your argument more robust, but also signals to your audience that you have considered their viewpoints thoroughly. Carnegie's emphasis on making others feel important directly applies here. When you acknowledge their potential concerns or interests, you validate their intelligence and respect their opinions. This level of comprehensive awareness, from diligent preparation to real-time adaptation and thoughtful anticipation, is what transforms a mere talk into a deeply impactful dialogue. It allows you to forge a powerful connection that transcends the formal speaker-audience dynamic, establishing a bond built on mutual understanding and a shared purpose, ultimately making your message not just heard, but deeply felt and acted upon. Audacity in public speaking, as understood through Carnegie's lens, is far more than mere boldness. It is the courage to infuse your message with genuine enthusiasm and unwavering conviction, allowing your passion to become infectious. Carnegie profoundly believed that enthusiasm is a powerful, self-propagating force, absolutely essential for moving people from passive listening to decisive action. Do not shy away from being energetic, from allowing your belief in your topic to radiate outwards, and from injecting authentic emotion into every word you utter. Your conviction, when expressed with audacity, bypasses the intellect and speaks directly to the hearts of your listeners, igniting their own latent desires and motivations. One of the most potent vehicles for conveying this audacity and passion, as Carnegie masterfully taught, is the art of storytelling. Stories are not merely entertainment, they are incredibly powerful psychological tools that allow you to paint vivid, immersive pictures in the minds of your audience, making abstract concepts concrete and relatable. Whether you are sharing a deeply personal anecdote, recounting a historical triumph, illustrating a metaphorical journey, or even weaving a fictional narrative, stories transport your audience, allowing them to experience the emotions and lessons you wish to convey firsthand. They create a shared reality, fostering empathy and making your message unforgettable. A well-placed story can disarm skepticism, illustrate a complex point with simplicity, and most importantly, inspire action by tapping into the universal human experience. To further amplify this audacious impact, utilize vivid and evocative language. Instead of simply stating facts, use descriptive words that appeal to the senses, creating a richer, more engaging experience for your listeners. Employ metaphors, similes, and strong verbs that bring your ideas to life. This isn't about grandiloquence. Here it's about precision and impact. Make your words pop, make them resonate, and make them memorable. Your language should be a brush with which you paint compelling images in the minds of your audience, guiding them through your narrative with clarity and emotional resonance. Ultimately, the goal of this audacity, this enthusiastic expression, is to inspire action. Carnegie wasn't just interested in informing people. He wanted to empower them to do something. Your passion should be a catalyst, urging your audience to embrace your ideas, adopt your perspective, or take a specific step. This means being clear about your call to action, but it also means building the emotional case for why that action is necessary and beneficial. An audacious, enthusiastic presentation doesn't just present information, it ignites a spark, creating a deep emotional resonance that compels your audience to believe, to feel, and ultimately to act. It transforms a simple talk into a profound experience that lingers, motivates, and leaves an indelible mark on those who hear it. Dale Carnegie unequivocally asserted that confidence is not some innate trait, but rather a meticulously constructed edifice, firmly built upon a foundation of thorough and meticulous preparation. To truly eradicate the gnawing fear and nagging uncertainty that often plague speakers, you must completely master your material. This isn't merely about knowing your facts, it's about internalizing them to the point where they become an extension of your own thought process. The process of preparation begins long before you step onto the stage, with the content creation phase. Beyond simply outlining your main points, you must delve deep into each idea. What evidence supports your claims? What compelling anecdotes or examples can you use to illustrate your concepts? Are there any counter-arguments or potential questions your audience might raise that you should address proactively? Every piece of information should be carefully selected and refined, ensuring its relevance and impact. Consider not just what you want to say, but how you can say it most effectively to resonate with your specific audience. This might involve researching analogies that speak directly to their industry, or finding statistics that highlight their particular challenges. Once your content is robust, focus on structuring your message for maximum clarity and persuasion. Carnegie believed that a logical flow is paramount for your audience to follow and absorb your message effortlessly. Develop a clear introduction that hooks their attention immediately, then systematically build your argument through well-defined main points, each supported by compelling evidence and examples. Plan smooth transitions between these points to ensure a seamless narrative flow. Finally, craft a memorable conclusion that not only summarizes your key takeaways, but also provides a powerful call to action or a thought-provoking final insight. A well-structured speech acts as a clear roadmap, guiding your audience purposefully through your ideas. The next crucial step is practicing methods. This isn't just about reciting your speech word for word, though that can be part of it, especially for beginners. It involves a multifaceted approach. Begin with mental rehearsal, visualizing yourself delivering the speech confidently and successfully, imagining the audience's positive reactions. This builds psychological readiness. Then, move to a loud practice. Stand up, speak at full volume, and hear your words. This helps you identify awkward phrasing, discover natural pauses, and refine your timing. Practice in front of a mirror to observe your gestures and facial expressions. Better yet, record yourself speaking and then critically review the recording. You'll be surprised what you notice about your vocal delivery, pace, and body language. Seeking feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues is invaluable. Ask them to listen to your practice sessions and provide honest, constructive criticism. They might spot areas where your message is unclear, your delivery is rushed, or where you could add more passion. Be open to their suggestions. This iterative process of practice and feedback is crucial for refinement. Finally, technical checks are non-negotiable. If you're using slides, ensure they are perfectly aligned, readable, and free of typos. Test your microphone, projector, and any other audio-visual equipment well in advance. Arrive early at the venue to familiarize yourself with the stage, lighting, and acoustics. Eliminate every possible technical glitch so that on the day of your presentation, your sole focus can be on connecting with your audience rather than battling technological frustrations. This exhaustive preparation eliminates variables, allowing you to exude an unshakable confidence that is palpable to your audience, ensuring that your sole concentration can be directed towards delivering your message with clarity, passion, and genuine connection. A meticulously crafted structure serves as the essential roadmap for your presentation, ensuring that your message is not only received, but truly comprehended and vividly remembered by your audience. Dale Carnegie understood that even the most brilliant ideas can be lost in a disorganized delivery. A clear, logical progression of thought is paramount for your audience to follow your reasoning effortlessly and absorb your insights effectively. This strategic organization is what transforms a collection of thoughts into a cohesive and persuasive narrative. Begin with a compelling opening hook. This is your immediate opportunity to capture attention and establish relevance. It could be a startling statistic, a thought-provoking question, a powerful quote, a brief, engaging anecdote, or even a bold, unexpected statement. The goal is to immediately draw your audience in, pique their curiosity, and make them feel that what you are about to say is worth their undivided attention. Avoid lengthy, self-serving introductions. Get straight to the point and make them care. A strong hook is like an open door, inviting your audience into the world of your ideas. Once you have their attention, systematically develop your main points. Think of your presentation as a journey, and each main point as a significant landmark. These points should be clearly defined, distinct, and supported by robust evidence. For each main idea, provide ample supporting details, compelling examples, relevant data, and most powerfully, stories that illustrate your concept. Carnegie recognized the unparalleled power of stories to make information memorable and relatable. Don't just tell, show. Paint vivid pictures with your words, allowing your audience to visualize and emotionally connect with your message. Break down complex ideas into digestible segments, building understanding incrementally. Avoid overwhelming your audience with too many points. Focus on depth rather than breadth. 3 to 5 main points are often ideal for most presentations, allowing sufficient time to elaborate on each without losing focus. Seamless transitions are the bridges between your main points, ensuring a smooth and logical flow. Avoid abrupt shifts that can disorient your audience. Use transition phrases that clearly indicate the relationship between ideas, such as, "Now that we've explored X, let's consider Y," or "Building on this point, we can see how." These linguistic signposts guide your audience through your narrative, helping them to connect the dots and see the bigger picture. Effective transitions create a sense of coherence and continuity, making your presentation feel like a well-orchestrated symphony rather than a disjointed collection of individual notes. Finally, culminate your presentation with a memorable conclusion. This is not merely an ending, it is your last chance to reinforce your core message, inspire action, and leave a lasting impression. Summarize your key takeaways concisely, reiterating the most important points you want your audience to remember. Beyond mere summation, provide a powerful closing statement that resonates emotionally or intellectually. This could be a call to action, urging your audience to apply what they've learned, a profound insight, a hopeful vision for the future, or a thought-provoking question that encourages continued reflection. Ensure your conclusion feels definitive and leaves your audience with a sense of completeness and inspiration. A well-structured presentation is not just about delivering information. It's about crafting an experience that guides your audience, from curiosity to understanding, and ultimately to conviction and action, ensuring that your message stands out and endures. Eye contact is not merely a formality in public speaking. It is a profoundly potent bridge to authentic connection, a direct channel to the individual minds and hearts within your audience. As Dale Carnegie understood, making others feel important and valued is paramount to gaining their attention, and cooperation and direct eye contact is one of the most powerful non-verbal ways to achieve this. It's a silent, yet incredibly articulate form of communication that speaks volumes about your sincerity, confidence, and genuine interest in the people before you. When you make meaningful eye contact, you instantly establish a personal rapport. It transforms a large anonymous group into a collection of individuals, each feeling personally acknowledged and addressed. Imagine speaking to a friend. You naturally look them in the eye. Extend that same principle to your audience. This doesn't mean staring intensely at one person. Rather, it implies a deliberate and inclusive scanning of the room. For smaller audiences, You can aim to make direct, momentary eye contact with nearly every individual. Hold your gaze for a few seconds, long enough to convey genuine interest but not so long as to make anyone uncomfortable, before gracefully shifting to another person. This technique ensures that everyone feels seen and included. For larger audiences, direct eye contact with every single person is impractical. Instead, divide the room into sections: left, center, right, front, back, and make brief, sweeping eye contact with individuals in each section. Your gaze should land on specific faces, not just drift aimlessly over the heads of the crowd. Even those in the back rows, seeing you look in their general direction, will feel more engaged and less like passive observers. The key is to convey the impression that you are speaking directly to each person, creating a sense of intimacy even in a vast hall. The psychological impact of eye contact is immense. It communicates confidence and credibility. When you look someone in the eye, you signal that you are sure of your message and that you have nothing to hide. Conversely, avoiding eye contact can make you appear nervous, shifty, or even untrustworthy. It also demonstrates your sincerity and passion. When your eyes light up with conviction as you share an idea, that emotion is instantly transmitted to your audience. It helps them to believe in you and in your message. Furthermore, eye contact allows you to gauge audience reaction in real time. As you scan the room, you can pick up on subtle cues, nods of agreement, quizzical expressions, signs of engagement or disengagement, enabling you to adjust your delivery or clarify a point on the fly. This responsiveness reinforces your connection and ensures your message is landing effectively. Beyond mere technique, cultivate the habit of genuine connection through your gaze. Think of your eyes as windows to your soul, reflecting your true purpose and empathy. When you look at your audience, do so with an underlying intention to understand, to serve, and to inspire. This internal mindset will naturally translate into eye contact that is not just a performance technique, but a heartfelt invitation for deep, meaningful engagement. Mastering this non-verbal art transforms your speaking from a monologue into an inclusive dialogue, building a profound sense of rapport and trust with every single person you encounter. Your voice and body language are far more than mere accompaniments to your words. They constitute an unspoken symphony of persuasion, profoundly shaping how your message is received and felt. Dale Carnegie taught us that true communication is holistic, encompassing every aspect of our being, and that our nonverbal cues often speak louder than any spoken word. These elements work in concert to amplify your message, convey enthusiasm, and build a powerful connection with your audience. Let's first consider the power of your voice. It is a remarkably versatile instrument, capable of conveying a vast spectrum of emotions and meanings. To keep your audience engaged and prevent monotony, vary your vocal qualities. Pitch, the highness or lowness of your voice, can be modulated to emphasize key points or to express different emotions. A higher pitch might convey excitement, while a lower pitch can communicate gravitas or seriousness. Pace, the speed at which you speak, is crucial. Speaking too quickly can make you sound nervous and hard to follow, while speaking too slowly can bore your audience. Vary your pace, accelerating for exciting details and slowing down for important revelations or reflective moments. Incorporate strategic pauses. These are incredibly powerful tools. A well-timed pause after a significant statement allows your audience to absorb the information, builds anticipation, and can even add dramatic effect. Volume is another critical component. Ensure you are speaking loudly enough for everyone to hear you comfortably, but avoid shouting. Adjust your volume to the size of the room and the audience, and use variations in volume to highlight crucial elements of your message. Articulation is about speaking clearly and precisely, ensuring every word is understandable. Avoid mumbling or slurring your words. Practice speaking with distinct pronunciation to enhance clarity and professionalism. Beyond your voice, your body language speaks volumes, often before you even utter a single word. Your posture is a primary indicator of your confidence and presence. Stand tall with your shoulders back, conveying an open and authoritative stance. Avoid slouching or fidgeting, which can signal nervousness or disinterest. An open posture with uncrossed arms and hands visible communicates approachability and transparency, inviting your audience to engage. Conversely, a closed posture can make you appear defensive or unapproachable. Gestures are natural extensions of your thoughts and emotions, adding emphasis and dynamism to your speech. Use them purposefully to illustrate points, count items, or express passion. Avoid repetitive or distracting gestures that detract from your message. Your gestures should be fluid, natural, and complement your words, making your presentation more engaging and memorable. Think of them as visual punctuation for your spoken ideas. Your facial expressions are windows to your emotions and directly influence how your audience perceives your message. A genuine smile conveys warmth, friendliness, and approachability, making your audience feel more comfortable and receptive. Your eyes, as discussed, convey sincerity and connection. Let your facial expressions reflect the emotions you are expressing through your words, whether it's seriousness, joy, concern, or enthusiasm. When your face is animated, it makes your delivery more vibrant and authentic. Finally, consider your stage presence and movement. Don't stand rigidly in one spot throughout your entire speech. Strategic movement can help maintain audience engagement, break up monotony, and indicate transitions between points. Move with purpose, perhaps stepping forward to emphasize a point, or moving to a different part of the stage to signal a new idea. However, avoid aimless pacing or fidgeting, which can be distracting. Every aspect of your voice and body, when consciously aligned with your message, works in powerful unison to create a compelling, persuasive, and truly unforgettable speaking experience. This unspoken symphony amplifies your words, builds trust, and allows your true enthusiasm and conviction to shine through, truly moving your audience. The sensation of fear before speaking in public is an almost universal human experience. It's a primal response, often manifesting as butterflies in the stomach, a racing heart, or a sudden urge to flee. Yet, Dale Carnegie, through his foundational teachings, offered a profound perspective. This very anxiety, when understood and skillfully managed, can be transformed into potent dynamic energy rather than a paralyzing force. The key lies not in eliminating fear entirely, but in learning to harness and redirect it towards productive ends. First, understand the roots of your fear. Is it the fear of judgment, of making a mistake, of forgetting your lines, or of simply not being good enough? Acknowledge these specific anxieties rather than trying to suppress them. Often, fear stems from a focus on ourselves, how we will perform, how we will be perceived. Carnegie's philosophy shifts this focus outward, away from self-consciousness, and towards audience consciousness. When you genuinely focus on serving your audience, on delivering value, and on making a positive impact, your personal anxieties begin to recede into the background. Reframe your nerves. Instead of labeling that racing heart as fear, interpret it as excitement, anticipation, or adrenaline. Your body is simply preparing itself for a high-stakes performance. This cognitive reframe can dramatically alter your emotional experience. Think of top athletes or performers. They often experience a surge of adrenaline before a big event, which they then channel into heightened focus and energy. You can do the same. This nervous energy, once recognized as excitement, can fuel your delivery, making you more dynamic and engaging rather than stiff and inhibited. Breathing techniques are incredibly powerful tools for calming the nervous system. Before you begin speaking, take a few slow, deep breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. This simple exercise slows your heart rate, oxygenates your brain, and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, promoting a sense of calm. Throughout your speech, remember to breathe deeply from your diaphragm rather than shallowly from your chest. Proper breathing supports your voice, adds resonance, and helps maintain a steady flow. Engage in positive self-talk. Challenge negative thoughts by consciously replacing them with affirmations. Instead of thinking, "I'm going to mess this up," tell yourself, "I am prepared, I have valuable insights to share, and I am here to help my audience." Visualize success, imagining yourself delivering a compelling speech and receiving a positive response. This mental rehearsal, imbued with positive affirmations, trains your mind to expect success rather than anticipate failure. Crucially, shift your focus to the audience's benefit. This is a cornerstone of Carnegie's human relations philosophy. Instead of obsessing over your own performance, concentrate on what you can give to your listeners. What problem are you solving for them? What insight are you providing? What inspiration are you offering? When your motivation comes from a genuine desire to serve and empower others, your self-consciousness naturally diminishes. This altruistic focus liberates you from the tyranny of self-doubt. Your purpose becomes bigger than your fear, driving you forward with genuine conviction. Ultimately, handling fear isn't about its complete eradication. It's about building a robust psychological framework. It's about leveraging comprehensive preparation to build competence, employing mindset shifts to reframe anxiety, utilizing physiological techniques to manage symptoms, and embracing a service-oriented focus to transcend self-consciousness. By consciously applying these principles, you transform that initial tremor of fear into a reservoir of focused energy, allowing you to deliver your message with confidence, passion, and genuine impact, truly connecting with your audience on a profound level. In Dale Carnegie's philosophy, making others feel important is paramount for fostering genuine connection and gaining cooperation. Applied to public speaking, this translates into actively interacting with your audience, transforming a monologue into a dynamic dialogue. This is not about distracting from your message, but about deepening engagement, personalizing the experience, and creating an environment where your audience feels valued, heard, and actively involved. When individuals feel they are part of the conversation, their attentiveness and receptivity skyrocket, making your message resonate far more profoundly. There are various effective methods for fostering this crucial interaction, each designed to make your audience feel more connected and integral to the presentation. One common approach is using rhetorical questions. These are questions posed not for an immediate verbal answer, but to stimulate thought and internal engagement. For example, how many of you have ever felt overwhelmed by this challenge encourages mental participation as individuals quietly reflect on their own experiences. This primes their minds to be more receptive to your solutions or insights. Beyond rhetorical questions, you can use direct questions where you genuinely invite verbal responses. This could involve asking for a show of hands, by a show of hands who agrees with this statement, inviting a few brief comments from the audience, what are some of your initial thoughts on this, or even conducting quick, informal polls. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you about X? These methods break the passive listening cycle and inject energy into the room, creating a sense of shared inquiry. When you ask for their input, you validate their perspectives and make them active co-creators of the learning experience. Strategic use of anecdotes that involve hypothetical audience scenarios can also be powerful. You might say, imagine you're in a situation where, allowing the audience to mentally place themselves in the narrative. This fosters empathy and makes your points more relatable as they envision themselves experiencing the described situation. Furthermore, actively listening and acknowledging audience contributions is critical. If someone asks a question or offers a comment, respond thoughtfully. Rephrase their question to ensure you've understood it correctly. Thank them for their input and integrate their point into your response. This demonstrates respect and encourages further participation, creating a positive feedback loop. Even a simple nod or a genuine smile can go a long way in making an individual feel acknowledged. The underlying purpose of audience interaction, as Carnegie would stress, is to create a dialogue, not just deliver information. It's about building rapport and making your audience feel like intelligent, respected participants in a shared journey of discovery. When you invite them to contribute, you signal that their thoughts matter, that their experiences are relevant, and that your presentation is designed for them, not just at them. This transforms a potentially one-sided lecture into a collaborative exchange, where ideas are not just transmitted, but co-created. This deeper engagement fosters greater understanding, leads to more memorable experiences, and significantly increases the likelihood that your message will be not just heard, but fully embraced and acted upon. By consistently seeking to involve and value your audience, you cultivate a dynamic and cooperative environment that elevates your public speaking from merely informative to truly influential. Mastering the art of public speaking, when illuminated by the profound and practical teachings of Dale Carnegie, transcends the mere act of delivering information. It becomes a powerful journey of self-development and influence. It is the sophisticated ability to connect deeply, to genuinely persuade, and to effortlessly gain the enthusiastic cooperation of those around you. By steadfastly embracing the authenticity that cultivates immediate trust, by cultivating a keen awareness of your audience's unique interests and perspectives, by channeling the audacity of genuine enthusiasm, and by grounding your efforts in the relentless pursuit of thorough preparation, you will fundamentally transform every presentation into a remarkable opportunity. This transformation enables you not just to convey facts, but to build meaningful relationships, to inspire action, and to leave an indelible mark on the minds and hearts of your listeners. Always remember, your voice possesses an extraordinary power, a unique capacity to stir emotions, to articulate visions, and to catalyze change. Step forward with confidence and conviction, for your message truly matters, and it is meant to be heard and felt.